I think another theme that you discuss in your book that a lot of maybe business people here in Seychelles will relate to is your journey from living overseas to then having to move back to Seychelles. Can you talk a little bit about what that transition was like for you?
Yeah, that was quite a transition, to be honest with you. South Africa, it's like my second home, and I said that because so many good things actually happened to me when I was in South Africa. Like, it was a very good experience, one of the best experience in my life. I found my spirituality. I understood the difference between religion and having a relationship with God. Actually, I started my health and fitness journey in SA as well. I met my husband in South Africa. I got married in South Africa. So, and for me as well, when I talk about my career, I feel that people in Africa, like they say, either you love Africa or you don't like Africa, but I love Africa in the sense that those people respect me. They value me, they value my work, they know what I was bringing to the table. Even friends were different compared to Seychelles. So it will always be part of me, part of my journey, because I learned so many things. And the good thing is, like, I was able to breathe without worrying who is saying this about me, who is judging me.
The rumor mill.
Exactly.
Yes.
So because at the end of the day, it's really not important. But I did not know that, because when we start giving importance to what people say, how we look, judge, that is the problem. And because we are giving them the power to do so.
Very true.
Yeah, we give them the power without even realizing, because we don't know. So it took me years to understand that I'm taking my power back.
That's powerful.
That's, yeah,
yes.
definitely. So yeah, so moving to Seychelles, it was a transition. It took me over a year to adapt back, and like, I just say to myself, focus. Even when I moved back, I remember I said, I keep reminding myself that this is only temporarily to be in Seychelles. I always had the hope to go back to SA.
I don't think many people know this.
Yeah, so I always had the hope at that time, but now I'm settled. So the first year, even the second year, it was really hard. But the things changed, and with Chatterbox coming, I had no choice but to be there most of the time. And with South Africa, I know that I can always go back. So that's quite comforting. It was comforting to know that I can always go back. I'm always in touch with my friends, with people back in SA. So that's good as well. But if you are asking me what advice I will give to someone, it is a transition, and with Seychelles, you have to be able to have thick skin, and you are a foreigner as well. You know that you have a shared experience, but you have to always be true to yourself. Don't lose yourself along the way, because it is very easy to lose ourselves and get trapped along the way. And stay focused on what you want actually. Exactly what do you want, and what is important for you.
Who are Marsha's inspirations? And I know you talk a bit about that in the book, so tell us a little bit who they are, especially growing up, and then also leading up to you writing this book.
Okay. Who are my inspirations? Throughout my career, I will say Mr. Lustolalan and Mr. Alex Saint-Ange. They always support and believe in me. Like Alex Saint-Ange, he gave me the opportunity to go to South Africa, and that was a change for me as well. In terms of my career, yes, they've been the one behind me. I think as well my father my father, my parents, Sasha, they were, the way they were raised, they will not come and tell you that I love you or they will hug me. It did not mean that they did not love me, but that was the era. Now things has changed, no? So they were not as well positive parents. What I meant is positive, maybe it's not the right word, encouraging. If I come to my mother, I will say, you know what, I want to do that. They will not say like, wow, do that, go beyond your wildest dreams. No, I had to figure out everything myself, but at the same time, I know that they wanted the best for me. So I will say my father has given me great support, and I know if he was alive, he would be very proud of me. And my husband as well, he's my inspiration, and I always say that my parents give me the foundation, but I will say my best teacher, the best teacher is my husband, because with him I've gone down and I've gone up.
Like the phoenix rising from the ashes.
That's it. Voila. So my husband, and yeah, like you said as well in the book, I met some good people along the way. Like I call them my soul teachers. We all have soul teachers. I believe that God put people in our lives to teach us lessons, whether it's good or bad, but it meant to happen. I have my spiritual mother as well. I call her my spiritual mother. It's a lady that I met in the UK, and she's like a mother in the sense she has helped me on my spiritual journey, and she's a teacher because she has taught me as well to love unconditional with no judgment, which is I think very important.
Yes.
As well, to love unconditionally, to love without expecting anything in return. About the complex relationships, whether with your partner, with your family or friend. How did I come out of it? First of all, my lessons, first one was the self-love. What I meant is I have to accept and love me for who I am. That was the first step I did. It means like accepting me with my imperfections, whether I was overweight, whatever it is, my weaknesses, accept Marsha as I am.
It's such an important
Very,
lesson.
very important. And I believe that's the core and that's the foundation. Because by me loving myself and accepting who I am, it has put me in a position to love others. And if I be honest with you, even if I don't tell my partner or my friends that I love them, but it can radiate when I'm with them. Loving awareness, like I call it. Like it reflects in the room. And this is very important. It means like this is when we say that you are shining your light, you are your authentic self. Because you can feel it deep in you. I'm in a good space. I don't have to pretend but I'm somebody else. The ego is outside the door.
Yes, and this is something that shines through.
That shines through 100%.
People can see it, yeah.
It's important. And I believe as well, it's very important, Sasha, in order for us to love people, we mustn't set boundaries. Boundaries, yes, what I mean, I set boundaries for us so people can respect. Boundaries, set conditions. We need to accept people who they are. Very, very important, because most of the time we try to change the other person.
Yeah, and this is a lesson I think that you talk about a lot in this book, is understanding not to project your feelings on other people.
Definitely, because when I meet you, I know what your life entails. It's okay, and then after 6 months or 1 year, I want to change it, Sasha. Not knowing that the person might change, yes, but the person might change to make you happy, not necessarily what the person wants. And this is where the tension, this is where it all started. Because we do things to please others. Yes, in relationship, we need to compromise. And like I said to you, our relationship is designed to complement you, to complement each other. So don't try to change the person, but accept the person for who he is or she for who she is. Even with our parents as well. Like I said, my mother did her best. We have to accept our parents, our family, our friends for who they are. Number 3 for me, I will say forgiveness. And this has allowed me as well to heal. When I say forgiveness, I need to find peace. I choose, like I said, I made a decision. I'm in choices. I don't want to hold grudges against anyone because my peace is very important for me. Peace, love, and joy. This is how I choose to live my life. Yeah, and let the ego outside the door, because the ego, the pride that kills us.
And this is what I like about this book, is that you really take points that we might have heard over and over again, but you really put it into the stories of your life.
Yes.
And ways that we can relate to it best. Thank you so much, Marsha, for sitting with us and explaining a little bit about your upcoming book. It's a very raw story. You get very personal. You share some things that maybe people who know you might not even know yet.
Yes.
And I think we're all looking forward to reading it.
Thank you so much. And yes, it's been a journey. And like we said, it's the first time in my life that I'm so vulnerable and I talk about it. I've been authentic because I think it's very important. And I really, my dream, my prayers is for the readers to get something out of it. Turn whatever your challenges, your problems into victories. And yes, there is hope for you. And yes, it is possible to step out of the boxes, whether it's your past, because our past do not define us. It's our decision and our choices that shapes our destiny. And we can make choices, we can decide. We are in control of our lives, and that's very important. So once again, thank you.
Thank you, Marsha.
Thank you. Thank you, Rosemary.